How's it going? My name is Jeff. This is so dumb. It's so dumb. Welcome to the Sub 250 Build, episode 1. My name is Eric Floberg. I go by Floberg Runs here on YouTube, and you're probably here because you want to learn how to run a marathon and run a marathon fast. 2 weeks ago, I announced that I'm going to go for a Sub 250 marathon in April at Carmel Marathon in Indiana. Surprise! I'm running Carmel Marathon in Indiana, April 8th. So for the past 2 weeks, I have been doing base training, building my legs back up to marathon mileage. It's super cold in Chicago, so I've been going back and forth between the elements and the treadmill. So let's just hop on into the plan and check out those first 2 weeks. This is the same chart I showed in my first video, and I started doing this color coding system with green being that I did the workout correctly and as written, and yellow is if I kind of switch things up. And I left a little spot over to the right here to show notes of how I switched it up. And usually it's just swapping days, or if I screwed it up one day, then I'm just doing the opposite workout the next day. So I got all of my miles in for the first 2 weeks. You'll see that in the first week, I had 3 off days, and that's just because I was way out of shape, too many Christmas cookies, and bourbon. I just took it easy into that week. My body was still accustomed to being able to do like 20 to 25 miles a week. So I pushed it to 32, and then I pushed it to 48 the week after that. Typically, best advice, what people recommend is only increasing your mileage by 10% week after week. I'm choosing not to do that because time is kind of running out for me, and my body is still accustomed to doing semi-decent high mileage given the fact that I ran New York City Marathon in November. A lot of these runs have just been easy recovery runs or aerobic-based runs, starting to teeter into the medium long and long run. Up to 13 miles was the most I did last week. I did put one workout in there, which was a lactate threshold workout, but I do want to show you guys all of the different types of workouts in this training plan so you can just kind of get accustomed to what each one means. So you'll see 6 different types of workouts in this marathon training plan. One is the long run or medium long run, and this is anywhere from 10 miles to 22 miles, depending on if it's the middle of the week or at the end of the week, which is the long run, is the latter. A lot of these miles in the medium long to long run aren't aerobic necessarily. They are easy miles most of the time, so I'm staying in that zone 2 heart rate under 150 BPM for myself. Some of them will have sprinkled in marathon paced miles, or something in between comfortable easy miles and marathon pace or lactate threshold pace. So for me, that's anywhere between 8-minute pace when I'm in shape all the way down to 6:30. So anywhere in between, but mostly on the slower side for these medium to long. Number 2, you'll see gen aerobic, and this is full straight aerobic miles, meaning I'm in that zone 2 heart rate. So if we take the math method, which is 180 minus my age, I'm 31 right now. So the top of my zone is technically 149 for my level 2 heart rate zone. So in these runs, I'm trying to keep under 149 beats per minute on average, really trying to be in like the low to mid 140s. Recovery, very simple. I'm just going super slow on these. As I get more and more fit, that'll be faster and faster, but I'm in this block, as I talked about in the announcement video, I want these recovery runs to be run very easy. So for me personally, this is probably going to be anywhere between 8:15 to 8:45 per mile. Number 4, VO2 max. So these are the workouts where there might be 9 miles in the workout, but 3 or 4 of those miles are at VO2 max. If I'm doing 400 meter repeats, 600, 800, 1200 meter repeats, this is really pushing my body, going some of the fastest paces I go in marathon training. This is usually only done 1, maybe 2 times a week. Pretty sure according to the plan, this is only ever done once a week. I'll never do 2 VO2 max workouts in 1 week, just 1. 5th, you'll see marathon paced workouts, and these are sprinkled in within the long runs like I talked about earlier. Anytime you see marathon pace stuff, that is just to get my legs accustomed to that marathon pace, getting my body in a place where I can try to keep it in a regulated heart rate zone. I'm trying to run my marathons at, mid 150 BPM, not in the aerobic zone, but pushing it a little bit farther, not really pushing into threshold yet. So right in that middle ground. We filmed my entire lactate threshold workout. Probably should have done mile repeats with 60-second rests in between because I'm not fully in shape yet. For some stupid reason, I decided to do all 3 of those miles in the middle of the workout back to back, which isn't how you should do it. So someone recently commented on one of my last videos, how are you going to be doing strength and conditioning if you're getting up to 70, 80 miles a week? And that's a great question. I don't have a plan yet. If you have any recommendations on what I should be doing there, I would highly love, what am I trying to say right now? If you have any recommendations on strength and conditioning, please leave them down in the comments. I would love to read through those. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing a lot of research on what I should be doing in the gym, whether it's squats, dumbbells, lunges, anything like that. I think anything proactive is gonna be better than nothing. Also, on all the different types of workouts, if you don't know what those paces are for you, whether it's VO2 max, lactate threshold, marathon pace, I found an awesome website that can predict that for you. So it's vdoto2.com/calculator. And if you put in your goal marathon time, so here I put my Chicago marathon time, which averaged out to 6:45 minute per mile pace, it gives me in this training column, if you scroll down a little bit, it gives me these windows of all the paces I should have for the specific type of training run. So on my easy runs, I should be at, a sub 3 marathoner. It should be 7:41 to 8:28 mile pace for your easy workouts. Your threshold, so the workout that I'm about to feature here, 6:23, not 6:15 like I did that day. But if I'm trying to go, under 250, I'm going to eventually want to work down to 6:10 threshold pace, I'm thinking. Interval, that VO2 max, is going to be in that 5:30 to 5:50 window. So hopefully this is a really good resource for you as well. And they also have it broken down in kilometers. But I didn't do these types of workouts in any specific order, like slowest to fastest, because I wanted to save lactate threshold at the end, because we filmed my lactate threshold workout and I got destroyed. First 2 weeks of base training in this block have been fantastic. I've been sticking to mostly easy runs, 6 to 8 miles, low heart rate. These are some of the slowest miles I've run in the past 3-4 years. And I know it's really good because it's just getting my heart rate back in check. It's easy on my body. I'm not jumping too hard into it right away. And so what I'm doing here is my first workout really since I started this base training. So I'm almost at the end of week 2. I was supposed to do this on Thursday. It's Friday, so I'm just switching the days now. But today's workout is a 3-mile warm-up, 3 miles at lactate threshold, which for me right now is probably 6:20, 6:15. If I feel better, I'll ratchet it down, and then 2-mile cool down. So yeah, we're heading to the lake right now. Gonna go run along the lake. It's 29 degrees. I have a tank on underneath this zip up, but I have gloves, so hopefully I'm not freezing. We'll see. So I try to do before every workout some balancing on this disc, because in 2020, after that 300-mile month, 10 miles a day, I inherited a little gift. It was I contracted tendonitis, and so it's a posterior tibial tendonitis under the inside ball of my right ankle. So it's something I'm always fighting, something I'm always strengthening and keeping in check during a training block. And this balancing disc is one of the best things for it. I learned this around the world motion in the physical therapy I took that year in 2021 when I finally started dealing with taking care of it. So it's just what 31-year-old Eric has to do to stay in the game. I'm also running with the Nike Fly 5s today, brand new. The associate at the local running store suckered me into it. They're heavy. I don't know if I'm gonna like them. We'll see. I could be the guinea pig for you. I think they have like a nylon plate in them, some other kind of mystery plate. It's not carbon fiber, but all the reviews I was seeing on it, it's like maybe people would use this as a long run shoe, maybe not a speed workout, so maybe I'm a psychopath for using them for this today. All right, I'm through 2 warm-up miles, about 750 per mile. 1 more warm-up mile, and then we're gonna start getting these LT pace miles, 3 of them straight. Once I'm done with the 3rd one, I'm going to link up with Josh and 2 cool down miles after that. It's really hard to talk to a camera when you're listening to music. Also, the heart rate's not working on my watch right now, which sucks. Wish I could have that data. I don't even know if I'm saying coherent things right now. I can't hear myself. About to hit rep 1. Gonna aim for 6:15 each mile. See how we get on. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I haven't done speed work in a while. All right, that's mile 1, 6:12. It's hard. All right, turning around. I'm dying. 1.5 miles done on 6:15 pace. Mile 2, about 6:08. This last one's gonna be really hard. I'm struggling. A little past halfway in the last mile. I'm falling apart. Oh, 6:18 pace. 6:20. Oh, ow.
I was like, I knew that was real. And then I looked too hard and then we waved and I was like, actually, Eric, I have no idea.
I was in the middle of speed.
I thought so.
So I didn't want to stop.
Yeah, I thought so.
I wanted to say hi so badly while I was dying.
Oh my
That's the first
god.
speed work I've done since marathon. So,
Are you dead?
yeah, it hurts. I still have to cool down. I can run with you if you want. I'm a running influencer now, so we have to say goodbye like this. Well, that was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. I'm about a mile into my cool down. Finally, I feel like I have a steady heart rate again. Whew, that was brutal. I feel fine now, but I felt like death in the middle of those 3 miles. There's a lot of hard work to do still. Really discouraging in the beginning of training block when you're running near marathon pace for your goal marathon pace, and it's not even possible for like a handful of miles. That's how you know the goal is hard. You have to work for it. And I'm ready to work for it. Okay, so I got really excited about doing a workout and I wasn't thinking clearly. Honestly, I haven't formally done a training block like this that is based off of Advanced Marathoning, the book where I got it from, volume 3. I was coached this past fall and a lot of the workouts were 800 meter repeats and mile repeats. And that's what we really stuck to in that training block, which I really love. I kind of want to do a mixture of the two. Probably deep in the book somewhere it tells you how to run these workouts, but I haven't gotten to the meat and potatoes of that yet. But I'm assuming in lactate threshold workouts, you really should be aiming for doing the mile repeat with 60-second break, 60 to 90-second break. So as I approach the lactate threshold and VO2 workouts in the future in this training block in the coming weeks, I'm gonna start dictating what I want those repetitions to look like throughout a workout instead of just sending 3 or 4 miles in a row next to each other, but rather doing a mile repeat or 2 mile repeats with a decent amount of rest to get back into that pace again. So definitely deserve some criticism there. I obviously got wrecked by it and I'm not really in the shape I thought I was yet, which is humbling and really necessary in a marathon training block. And I hope that it'll be a great thing to look back at, knowing that I was this out of shape at the beginning, and hopefully by the beginning of April, it'll be a much different story. So if you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe. If you want to see more of this stuff, we're going to do a whole series on the sub 250 build. And yeah, I hope you're doing well, getting fit and fast. All right. See you next time, Floberg Runs. Bye. Remember what I said about shoes not mattering? You remember that?
Yeah.
It matters.
Really?
Yeah, these things are boats.